Back now with Kevin's Barn. I was really excited to see Brushcut race better yesterday. I think the kid got shut off down on the inside, which that's B-track racing. It was tough coming off his lines, I guess, to back him out around them. You know, he would have had to back him up, put his right blinker on, shove him 3 deep, and, you know, considering the way the horse was racing recently, I think he just tried to play it safe and thought maybe he'd find room, maybe he'd get out. And it never happened, so it looked like he was down on the inside, but had a pretty good hold of him going under the wire. From the angle, I couldn't see him chase the horse at all, so I assume that's what took place. So very, very happy to see him. Adrenaline Rush is in tomorrow. Excited to see that colt go also. Bob McClure is driving him. Hopefully we top up his steering fluid. That would be good. But really want to see what this colt can do. It's tough for a colt like him that's a little lazy to put a new driver on him, so I'm a little concerned in that regard. But we'll see how Adrenaline Rush does tomorrow. Better's Hope qualified better. I thought he looked okay. Kevin said Randy was very happy with him, so I don't know where Kevin's going to enter him this week, but he'll be in to go somewhere. As I said, Brushcut, I was happy to see him go. Broadway Roll, got a little flack over having to race her in aged horses. I just finished actually talking to the race secretary again, and talking about condition claimers for 2-year-olds. They were talking about 20. I thought 20 is a little high. I want to keep it so that around 12 or 15 with allowances, you know, that keeps that class consistent. I don't want horses that, you know, if you're 6th or 5th in a grassroots, you paced 55 last week, you're going to enter in that condition claimer. I would if I owned them. So I want to be able to have a place to race Broadway Roll. If I have to send her to New York to race in the Excelsior B for Batavia, and you know, one of our clients had sent, what about Batavia, and that'll set her up nice for the Liberty Bell. We can't, or not the Liberty Bell, the race in Goshen. We can, but geez, now we're shipping all over the place to race for no money. At least we're only going an hour down the road in Ontario. I guess one could argue, you know, at this point she should be able to pace 57. She paced 58 the other day, but nevertheless, it would be nice to see her race against her own kind. It's a little unfair to her, but we are working on it. Cruising in Style is in to go tomorrow. He qualified great, 54 and a bit, 54 and 1, I believe. Had a trip to the vet. He should be ready to go for tomorrow. Don't Believe Me, Just Watch is getting closer than even I thought he was. I believe, I'm not mistaken, Kevin had him to Mohawk the other day. So waiting for a report on Don't Believe Me, Just Watch, but he did tell me everybody trained well. Generic and vague, but everybody trained well, and I was very happy to hear that. Frontier Cruise, no doubt in my mind he'll be in to go this week. Kevin had talked me into selling this horse, so obviously Kevin likes him, sees something in him. I had originally put his name in to go on the hoof bid sale back when we were talking about it, and he talked me out of it. So he likes Frontier Cruise. He didn't want him sold, and he still has him, so he'll be in to go this week. Hometown Boys made a break in his last and still trotted, I think, the fastest mile of his life. Somebody had asked me why he made a break. I didn't get that from Kevin, but I have seen him make mistakes in the past once in a while. It's rare, but it happens, and he raced well after that. Miss Brampton Beast, we're going to try treating her, but I have a sneaky suspicion that allergies have got a pretty good hold of her right now. Her last big mile was a little bit of a chilly night, I think, right before, maybe 2 weeks before I left. Jason Ryan had won in 54 with her. She looked good. When I drove her in the stake race, I thought she was a little flat. Kevin thought she had a little bit of touch of the virus, and then the other day looked worse. I think we went through this last year in the middle of the season where this filly had allergy issues. Again, it's not a big deal. You're talking about 6 weeks in the middle of the summer that we can't race the horses. We've already gone through 3 of them. So if we have to shut her down for a few weeks, I don't see any problem with that. But I have not talked to Kevin yet at all about that. Need your opinion. Only really got interfered with 3 times in the entire mile the other day. Really should have been better, considering she got completely interfered with, cleaned out leaving the gate. Somebody came out underneath her, and they near got knocked down out of the last turn. Jesus Christ. I think we got bad luck. It's a pretty bad luck race right there for Need Your Opinion. You pretty much have to pitch that out. They went through a lot of eyes. A lot of eyes. IX or IP or just eyes all over the race line for Need Your Opinion. Sunshine of May qualified in 2-1. Can I say? She tries. Sunshine of May is an okay filly. We're trying to find a class for her also. Cirrus Blue Chip is in to go tonight at Georgian. He only drew in with Braemar, who I don't think he can beat right now. and Casey Coleman's $225,000 yearling that won by 4 lengths in his qualifier. So a pretty easy night for Cirrus Blue Chip. Jesus. We'll find a class for him coming up. Timo Houdini was really good the other night. Again, he was at 10th at Detto Lane. Ended up strong on the end of 56 last quarter, 28. I'd like to see him one drawing again this week. All of our other numbers and 2 horses are gone. They're gone. I sent them all away. I feel like the general manager in Moneyball when the coach wouldn't start playing the first baseman, he just traded everybody away. So there. Now Timo Houdini has the numbers of 2 to himself because we don't have any more in Ontario. So, Timo Houdini race again this week. Warby Was Up's in tomorrow. I love watching Warby Was Up. He tries hard. He's a beautiful horse. He's in the mix, right? He's in the mix. I don't know. I don't think he's a gold colt. But as I said to Margot, and she didn't like it before, he's a meat and potatoes type horse. He's a rather ordinary horse. But I don't mind ordinary horses. I like them. So Warby Was Up is racing tomorrow in stake races. Watch Avenue and Zeb Sunshine are in tonight. Yesterday for you, but they're in tonight for me. We got Braemar, Watch Avenue, Zeb Sunshine in tonight. Going to be tuning in to Georgian Downs, and Cirrus Blue Chip is also in. I'll be tuning in to Georgian Downs to watch. Hopefully our luck starts to turn tonight in Innisfil, Ontario. I'll be back in a minute with Jason's Barn. A lot of changes here in Jason's Barn. A lot of coming in, a lot leaving. Be back to it in just a minute.